Hi everybody. Haven't made a video in a long time, so want to get back on here. And some of you might notice, hey, I got my hair cut. Had a wedding to go to, so there's kind of been a little gap in between there, between helping out with everything, getting everything set up, moving stuff around, tear down, all that, fun stuff. It was a good time. There was a bunch of good food, and met a bunch of people. Some people were there that I went to high school with, that I thought I would absolutely never see again in my entire life, and that was interesting. And no, I did not go up and talk to them. I did not bother wasting my time. So I'm going to start this off by opening up a classic, and I found one of these in a glass bottle. It's not plastic, that's glass. Found one of these at the local store here in town, and yes, I'm using my Leatherman. You cannot go wrong with a friggin' Leatherman, like at all. You cannot do it. It will get into one of the little grooves. Oh, I love that sound. Oh, man. You cannot pass up a good Coke. And it's in a glass bottle. Something about a glass bottle and a Coke, it's really, really nice, in my opinion. Beats the hell out of the aluminum cans with all the plastic liners in them. Something about it, the taste is just 100% different. Some people like it, some people hate it. But today's video, I said it a while back when I reviewed, I don't have the hat down here anymore, but when I reviewed the Vigilance Elite hat, I had mentioned that I was going to do a review on my Remington tac-14. Okay? Well, this is going to be Remington tac-14 and the mods that you should get for it. Okay? This gun is loaded. It is loaded all the time. Okay? So, before I'm going to actually start doing this video, we're going to go through a procedure of safe unloading of the Remington 870 platform. How this works, you can always tell when an 870 platform or any pump action shotgun is loaded. You can inspect the tube. You can see the shell in the tube, but then if this is loose, something is broken, or the gun has already been fired and there's an empty shell in the chamber, or there is nothing in the chamber. So it's always one of those three. If this is loose, it's one of those three. Okay. You pull back on it. You do not want to go all the way to the rear. See how that is still sticking out? You take this, push this in. See how it's pushed in now? It's recessed. Come over here, pinch your ejector, and you can drop these out. They don't even go into the chamber. They're nowhere near your firing pin. It is the safest way that I was shown how to do this, and I didn't believe it. And literally, I mean, it's pretty freaking easy, Go about halfway back, push this up, push this to the side. I mean, there's a lot more to it, but you avoid it ever coming in contact with your firing pin. It's not jarring the shells around to where it even has an opportunity to hurt your primer in any way, shape, or form. And I now know that my gun is unloaded 100%. Check with the flashlight, check the chamber, check the loading tube. It's 100% unloaded. Okay. We know this weapon is safe and clear. Okay. The mods that I would highly, highly recommend, especially with how the current climate is in this country. Remington 870 platform. And I call this an 870 platform because that's literally, it's the same damn receiver. Okay? It's got the same one flaw that I wish Remington would have changed a long time ago. And it's that, I gotta undo the action. It's this shitty spring in here. That ain't gonna show up on there. Anyway, it's a spring that this thing right in here. There's a spring in there. Wish they done away with that and done something more along the lines of what Mossberg did. But I have no control over that and don't really care. The number one mod that I will recommend that you do for this gun, number one, is get a +1 extension tube. And the reason I say that is, one, from a safety standpoint, and two, it adds capacity. Three, it gives you an easy sling mount. Okay? I had a wood forend on here, and I like wood. It looks pretty cool. It really does. But this right here, I've got big hands, so that's not much of a hand stop. Okay? You ever shot one of these, then you know that, that's not much of a hand stop. But when you add that to it, it acts as a hand stop. This catches my hand more than this does. But when I go to shoot this, I'm grabbing here, I keep my elbows unlocked, and I fire, okay? It doesn't come back and hit me in the face or nothing like that. I've put a lot of rounds through this gun. Some people have kind of called bullshit on the clay pigeon shooting. I've done that twice in 2 separate short videos. I keep the original video on my cell phone because you can actually see the damn clay bird being hit and everybody else around me talking. So I'm pretty proud of that. That was pretty cool. I had done that 6 times back to back before I filmed, and then the second the camera came on, I missed. And then I stopped that, did it again, put the camera back on, shot, nailed it. And I mean, I dusted that bird. That bird turned to dust going into the field. But the next mod that I'm going to talk about is getting a ammo or cartridge holder, or whatever the hell you want to call it, ammo holder. It's a, some people call them side saddles or whatever the heck you want to call it. It just holds ammo. I don't care about the technical name of it. I probably should, but I don't. But your Remington 870 platform, tac-14 platform, as it was originally sold from the factory. Unfortunately, I don't know if they still make these. I wish and I hope that they still do, but Remington went through a bunch of crazy stuff a couple years ago, and they've been bought out and sold out and broken up. I mean, it's just crazy. Remington was one of my favorite platforms. I had plans to buy a Remington Model 700 and go that route and start doing different things. It was ADL, and I really wanted to put a wood stock on it and redo it and actually make it look nice. And I found out that they had a massive recall, and I think that was part of what led to Remington's downfall. Unfortunately, it kind of sucks, in my opinion, because there's a lot of people out of jobs, and more guns in this country. Fucking great. Sad day for everybody. Another thing that I will highly recommend that you do for this, I have seen where some people, it's kind of a little crazy and out there, you have a flat drilled up here, okay, or a flat milled into the top of this receiver. Drilling and tapping this and putting a rail up here, okay, and the reason I say put the rail up here is this is stable. This is not moving, okay? I've seen some guys where they've added on to this and then they've done the rail that comes up from both sides and then it comes up like this. Don't go that route. Don't go that route because your screws here or your pins or whatever the heck you're using can rock and tilt and do all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah, it's a shotgun, it's close range, but I'm just saying, drill it, send it off, drill it, tap it, put a rail up here, okay? And the reason why I say put a rail up here, you can run a red dot, you can run a laser, you can run whatever the hell you want, and up here it's not going to move around. I know guys that have used the, what is this? It's not M-lock. Is it square lock or whatever the hell it is, up here on the rail, on these rails that you get when you buy this gun. I don't think it's M-lock, and I definitely know it's not key mod, but they make rails that will slip in here and it'll lock in all three of these, and then you can mount your light to it. But the only problem is guess what happens? You put a light here, so you're suddenly doing this with your fingers. You don't want to be doing that, and you definitely don't want to be doing that back here. You want to grab this thing and hold on to the front end of this. You don't want this moving around, and you don't want to sacrifice it and be just holding it, and then that way all of the force goes back on this hand. Whereas if you're pushing and driving with this gun or with this hand, and you are supporting with this hand back here, it breaks your grip and slides in this hand. Make sense? But that's how I shoot it, and I shoot this thing pretty damn well. I wish that I could take something like this tac-14, reconfigure it, and take my +1 out and add the choke, or not the choke, but the stop for the plug to make it a 3-shot shotgun, and then go hunting with it. Because when I'm walking through the freaking woods, gonna go hunting rabbits this winter sometime, I need to look into it, but I think this would be a perfect gun. Technically, it's in the firearm category. It's a Remington tac-14. But I need to look into the platform and figure out how to make it legal, because this thing is 26 and a half inches overall from the factory. It's not an NFA item. This thing would be absolutely wonderful to go through the woods, hunting rabbits, rather than having my big old long-barreled 28-inch barreled shotgun. That thing is amazing. I've had that thing since literally I graduated high school. So, I mean, that was a long time ago. Probably my receding hairline shows. But one of these guns should definitely be on your list. If you are planning on buying one of these, I would do it. Because there's several other reasons why I'm going to list. And these mods will come in handy. If you, for whatever reason, happen to find yourself roaming around in a car, a shotgun in a car in a mobile setting is absolutely freaking perfect. And that's where the term riding shotgun came from. Not because of the Remington, but because people way back when in the Wild West days rode shotgun on the coach because that means that they had the shotgun. Having a shotgun in a moving vehicle absolutely makes you a very formidable fucking opponent. I don't care what the situation is. You can go from slugs, birdshot, you can flechettes, you can do a lot with a shotgun just by simply taking one load, switching it out for another. And that's why I'm a big supporter of using a side saddle or some sort of ammo holder that is attached to the gun, not attached to you or your plate carrier, your belt, or anything like that. Attach it to the gun. And you always want to increase the more than stock capacity. Okay, every gun. It's just like my SIG P226. Okay, I run 20 round magazines in this gun. Okay, it's not because I'm a shitty shot at all. It's not because of that. It's because 20 rounds of ammunition means that I don't have to reload as quick. I can stay in the class longer, or God fucking forbid I have to get into a gunfight. Hopefully never fucking happens to me. I hope that never happens to me. But if it does, I personally carry 3 extra magazines because I live in a very shitty part of town. Unfortunately. And that's my EDC plus a Streamlight and these two, and then that's about it. Another reason you should get one of these is everything 870, Remington 870, they were bought out by, I believe it was Ruger. Ruger bought the rights and the tooling to make Remingtons and the Marlins, which I am working on buying one of those. I don't make money from YouTube. I really wish I would, because this is like a good hobby for me. It really is. And, you know, I have a shitty day at work or something like that, I can come on here, make a couple YouTube videos, and I don't know, there's just something about it that I like. I really do. I don't know if everybody enjoys listening to me talk, but hopefully one day somebody will. To get one of these, all the parts on a normal 870 Express Magnum will interchange. I do not know if the new owners of Remington for the Ruger made guns, shot 870s, will interchange. I do not know that. So I'm not going to tell you that they will, and then I look like an ass. I'm not doing that. So I know that everything pre-Remington selling out will interchange. Okay? And it doesn't matter if you have a 28-inch barrel or this 14-inch barrel on here. At least I think it's 14. Pretty sure it's a 14-inch barrel. Because what happens is it goes off of this lug to where it locks up inside the receiver. That's the exact same length as a normal standard Remington 870 Express Magnum or your Wingmaster. They're all the same length, from the barrel lug that goes around the ammo tube to mating up inside of the receiver itself, so that way the bolt can lock on the inside of the barrel. Not a barrel extension. I don't know the technical name for it, but it's a part of the barrel where it locks on. Those are all the same dimensions. The only way that this would not change is if you tried taking like an 1187 or a Remington 1100. Those are both gas operated shotguns. The bolts are a little bit different. Not much, but they are different, and they operate extremely differently. Especially the 1187. It unlocks differently. It's got different carriers for the arms, everything. That's pretty much it on this. I know some people are going to want to get the one in 20 gauge. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Let me get a drink. Oh, man. Another thing I've got coming out is on this SIG P226. It's absolutely freaking amazing. I love this gun. The more I shoot it, the more I like it. And a lot of people give me shit for running this platform. And to be honest, I don't care. Because I qualified with this gun for the concealed carry class with this gun, with the light, everything. And I held a group within the I can't think of the name of it. Basically, it was smaller than my fist. It was smaller than my fist. So that was 30 bullets inside of my fist. Like, I mean, it was not very big group. In fact, the instructor made the joke that, well, you punched everything out and then you missed everything else. No, that shit didn't happen. I've got a very good instructor, got a very good teacher, and I'm very grateful for that. And I also took the class with my stepdad, so that was very fun. And my stepdad also repeated the same shit. But it's fucking funny. It's all in good faith. It's all in good fun. They were joking around. They knew that I didn't fucking miss. If I missed at the training intervals that Illinois has for their concealed carry holders, I don't need to be carrying a gun. Like, if I miss that bad, then there's something wrong, because that's really freaking close. On this one, what I have coming up for this is I'm buying a new a new trigger bar for this. It already has the SRT kit in this gun. It's wonderful. Friggin' love it. It works wonderful with the SRT trigger in this. It's got a standard 16-pound recoil spring in it. I put a new recoil spring. I'm going to get a stock replacement spring for this, and I'm thinking about doing a lighter skeletonized hammer. Have not made up my mind yet if I'm going to do that or not. I like keeping this stock, you know, the whole KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. So I'm going to keep this very simple. I think I've told this before, but I hate this light gathering crap. I just want 3 dots. That's all I want to look at. That's for another video. I've got some really cool shit coming for the YouTube channel. Like I said, I've been trying to grow this channel. I really want to start making money off of YouTube, and it would be absolutely awesome if you've stuck around to give me a like, give me a share, and if you really like this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I put out at least one video a week, and there are some times that I put out 4 videos every week. Just depends on my schedule at work, depends on family, depends on a lot of things. But 1 video a week, that is my commitment. That is my commitment to everybody that watches. I've got 375 subscribers at the time of making this video. Hopefully, I want to see that grow to 1,000, 100,000, 200,000, and just keep going. That would be absolutely awesome. I really want to see 100,000 subscribers before the next 2-year mark, and I have a feeling if I keep putting out content, I will reach that goal indefinitely. Because back when I only had 100 subscribers, I was getting 15,000, 20,000 views on some of my videos that I've gotten, and that was really nice. That was really nice. And I filmed that with a really cheap, really crazy cheap, $50 a month straight talk phone from Walmart. You know, that was really cool. That made me feel absolutely freaking amazing. And I need to learn editing. That's what I need to learn. I hope everybody had an amazing Father's Day. I know I did. All of us guys in the family, we got we always get tools for Father's Day. Tools or something really cool. So I got the Milwaukee Fastback interchangeable Leatherman. It is not a switchblade, unfortunately. I like switchblades. So you have to press this thing and then do this kind of weird swoop thing. But it's really smooth. Smooth deployment. It is a razor knife. It's pretty cool that you can open and close this with one hand and not have to do the whole close back up. It is pretty cool. It does have a lanyard hole back here at the back. It does have one of those. Realistically, I think this is going to live in my, not my toolbox I keep here at work, at the house. I'm probably going to keep this one at work because it's a little bit smaller. I have the older Milwaukee razor knife, the one that's quite a bit bigger, and it's got the cutout where the razor blade actually sticks through part of the handle a little bit. It's for the seat belt cutter option. That's what that is, supposedly. I just use it for stripping wires. It's great for stripping wires, great for stripping looms. That's all I use that for. If I don't use a sewing needle or sewing thread ripper for ripping looms, and I don't give a shit about the harness, I will grab one of these and I will just go the frick to town on it. These work amazing. If you dull one out, you can, I mean, geez, you can go to just about any friggin' hardware store and pick up a pack of 100 razor blades for, I think, under a few dollars. I'm pretty sure that price has gone up since then because I bought a 200 pack because I have two knives and I use both of them quite a bit. If there's anything that anybody would like to see on my YouTube channel, I don't care if you're subscribed, I don't care if you're not, but it'd be great if you would. I checked my analytics and I got some really interesting results. I don't know if everything is true, but if it is, only 0.6% of the people that watch my YouTube channel are subscribed. I would love to see that hit 1%. Just 1% at the end of the year. So that is 0.4%. I would love that. That would be absolutely freaking awesome if I could get that up there. And I think I'm going to. I think that would be absolutely freaking awesome. Another thing, I also looked at the age that the content that I put out, the viewer's age bracket. I have no clue how it gets that information. I don't know personally anybody that views my channel other than very close friends, very close family. And those guys, some of them are not in that age bracket, but the video content I'm putting out somehow is getting picked up by the older generation. So it's kind of nice. It really is. I've always gotten along and fit in better with the older generation than I do the new generation that's coming in, and rightfully so. I don't think anybody wants to be glued to their phone all the time. So, and not know how to fix stuff and not basically know how to do anything other than, you know, computer problems and stuff like that. But everybody has their place in this world. Everybody does. Regardless of anything. They've all got a place, purpose, and yeah. Well, I'm going to get off here, y'all. It is really late. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to try and do a thumbnail video to where you will see this shotgun right like this. Because, let's see. Did someone tell me if I hold it like this, be able to